Hi. Hey guys. How is everyone doing tonight? I see we already have two people here, so that's exciting. Oh, we have a few people. So, how's everyone's Friday going? Are you guys excited? It's Friday. I'm very excited. I see we have some more people joining us. Oh, hi. Hi Kiara. Hi. And if you're new here too, definitely make sure to let me know because I always love it when new people. Oh, Dat Fish Gal. Hi, Dat Fish Gal. Oh, you're exhausted and tired. I'm so sorry. That's sometimes it can be a little bit exhausting, at the end of the week, just kind of being, just all the work, everything, and just kind of at Friday, sometimes it can be like, okay, like so much, just weighing on you. Hi AC. Oh, yay. Hi. Oh, I'm so happy you did AC did the private reading yesterday with me and it was amazing. So that was a great reading. I'm so happy to see that you're here with me today too, AC. So yes, I'm so excited. And great. And then Kiara said you are so new. Okay, yay. Okay, I'm excited to have new people here. Yeah, so okay, so Yukta said, "How are you?" So yeah, so today's been a definite like a really big day for me. Like it's been such a day where I've really had a shift in my energy and I've really come to some serious like realizations in my own life. And Afsana said, "You're my fave," which thank you. That is so sweet. And Pamela, you said you are new from Canada and it's your first time here. Well, welcome, Pamela. Everyone say welcome to Pamela because we want everyone to feel super comfortable and excited to be here because I love this community. You guys are all so positive and so amazing. But before anyone wants to get in and start submitting their questions for readings today, which again, for anyone who's new here, if you have a question, I have kind of the outline in the description box where basically what you'll do is you'll just use the super chat and then submit your question. And then I have kind of the guide of how many cards that you want me to draw for you in the description box. And I think I can also maybe publish that in here too. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know. So let me see quickly too if I can also put that in the chat for you guys so you can kind of get a better idea and understanding of kind of what is going on. So yeah, so I definitely wanted to let you guys know too that today's been, I don't know if anyone else, like definitely put it in the chat if anyone else has been like having a lot of like energetic shifts or like if anyone else has really had a change in energy today because I've experienced a huge change in energy. Oh, and AC said, oh my gosh, AC said, Megan helped me in confirming I made the right decision in my love life selection. She was able to delve deeper and get me the answer I needed. Thank you, Starseed. Oh my gosh, thank you. We had such an amazing private together yesterday, and thank you so much for that support and just showing that you enjoyed it. And I had such an amazing time with you, and I feel like we did a lot. We got a lot and discovered a lot about you and about your life, and I'm really happy that you trusted me with that private. So also too, if anyone else is interested in a private, I will also, I have the link on my YouTube and I can also put the link in the chat too again today. And yeah, so basically, and I see Dat Fish Gal, you noticed a slight shift. Yeah, there was definitely, I feel like a shift, at least for me, there was definitely a shift in energy. And I really came to this huge realization for me where I was like, and it's funny because I tell these people all the time and, I always am giving advice and whatnot. And then I realized for a second, and I actually talked to one of my really good friends who is also extremely spiritual, extremely wise in a lot of ways. And she was literally just talking to me and I was kind of talking through some of the things in my life with her. And basically she was just like, honestly, like, she's like, I'm blown away. She's like, do you understand? Like, do you understand that you are literally your worst enemy? And like, that never really like clicked for me because I don't always necessarily realize like I am sometimes, my own worst enemy in so many ways. And she's like, do you understand? She's like, you like people like should be like begging to just get to know you, like because you are such a light. She's like, you're not only just, beautiful physically and like gorgeous. She's like, but literally any guy would be so lucky to just even know you because of like who you are as a person and like your heart and your soul and your spirit. She's like, you are literally like a light. She's like, and she's like, it just blows my mind that you like don't realize like you are literally limiting yourself because you are not opening yourself up to that right now. And like, you're allowing yourself to just hold yourself back. And she's like, you can literally do whatever you want. You can achieve anything. And I feel like, I mean, of course you guys know that that's true too, but it's like, I don't realize it so often. Of course, I'm very into mindfulness, but as you know, our days can kind of unfold. Sometimes we can kind of get stressed out or we can get negative energy, especially as empaths. We can get like negative energy. Oh, Afsana said you look like a Barbie. Oh, thank you. I actually get that a lot, which is really funny. I actually get a lot of people, they're always saying like I look like a doll or something, which is, I think that's a compliment. So thank you. So yeah, so basically like so many people, you know, who are pouring negativity into us and also, you know, of course, as empaths, especially, we really absorb that energy and that negativity. And we really take it, we really feel things, right? We feel the energy of others. And we really just take that in. And basically, like, I am always taking that in and I'm trying to work on getting better at protecting my energy. But I finally got to a point where, you know, after really talking about this and really just discussing it, you know, with my really amazing spiritual friend. And she was like, you just need to really, she's like, you just need to stop like allowing these negative people and this negativity to just like lie to you. Cause it's a lie. It's lies to keep you down and keep you trapped. Because she's like, I don't like everyone else can see it. And she's like, I don't know how you like don't see it a lot of the times, you know. And she's like, you're not just, you know, you have so many things like, and she's like, there's so many things going for you, you could do whatever. And she's like, I just don't want you to feel like, you know, like really drained by people who are pouring out negativity or like any negativity in life, or like even just feeling like I'm not good enough, I'm this or that, like just thoughts that I have. And sometimes I don't even realize, you know, again, because that's why, again, I really want to get back to that mindful state. And oh, also AC, thank you so much. I just noticed too that you have a question for reading. So I will get to that in 1 second. I just wanted to quickly, you know, just kind of say that, and everyone here too is being so nice. And yeah, so I just really feel like, again, we are so often our own worst enemy. We are so often, you know, allowing ourselves to feel limited. And it's funny because people sometimes will assume like, oh, you know, they'll like, it's funny because other people can see us sometimes more clearly than we can see ourselves. You know, other people, sometimes we need that reminder, you know, in order to just be like, wait, why am I allowing myself to get in the way of, you know, what I want and what, you know, why am I allowing myself to not let go and let in the energy, the love, the people, the things, experiences, everything that I deserve? Why am I allowing myself to just continue to just fixate on, you know, any negativity or feeling like I'm not good enough. I keep, you know, I'm a mess up, like all these things. Like, and it's like when I tell people the things that sometimes I'm like, oh, well, I'm just, you know, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't see what you see. And that's what I just wanted to like let you guys know too, is it's like, yeah, it's like when I think about it, and I'm just really trying to become very mindful of my thoughts. And of course, you know, incorporating more affirmations too. But when I literally see like what I'm telling myself, I'm like, why are you, every time I'm catching myself now. And like, I'm just like, why are you saying that to you? Like, why are you saying, you know, like, oh, like, why, what are you doing? Like, so I'm literally completely like shifting. Like there's a huge shift in me right now going on where it's like, I'm completely shifting my mindset, and I'm shifting what I will accept and what I need to just let go of. That's really kind of what it is. Because again, I really, really do absorb anything, you know, in the environment. I absorb other people. I feel emotions very strongly. And I'm to the point though where I'm like, that's a beautiful thing, but I need to be selective of what I'm absorbing. I need to, you know, be able to, when someone's has negativity that's just unnecessary and just trying to like drain me in these things, in these ways, it's like I need to know sometimes it's okay to just not have so much empathy, to not have so much care, and to have so much, you know, invested in something that is just going to only, you know, drag you down in that way. So sometimes it's almost better just to allow yourself to just fully, you know, allow yourself to just be, if they don't see that, if they can't accept me as I am, then, or whatnot, then that's fine, because there are so many opportunities. There's so much abundance for me, and there's so many things that I am meant to do in this life. And yeah, exactly. It is hard not to care. It's very hard for me not to care. And that's why I'm trying to get better at it. But then, one of the things too that I would like to tell you guys really quickly, and then I'm going to start, with AC, with your question. I just want to say really quick is a few things that I already started just doing today that has like already made a huge difference for me is, well, actually like three things. First, I've been really aware of my thoughts today, extra mindful of exactly anytime I say anything negative to myself, I switch what I'm saying. So if I say like, oh, like for example, like I'm like, oh, like you're running late. Why are you always running late? Like, why do you always do this? Like that's something, for example, that I could say, or I do say to myself, through the day. I'm like, why are you always doing this? Like what's wrong with you? Like that's how I talk to myself, and I like I don't even realize it so much. And then I'm just like, wait, I'm like, no, like you can say it will be okay, you will be on time, everything's going to be fine, it will all work out, like literally, like just completely rewiring how I'm thinking. And it already has caused so much positivity. Like I'm just so full of like joy from that. Or like for example, like, oh, I'm worried, like what if this doesn't work out? Like something, again, like just worrying about things and having that stress about something not working out. It's like, you know what? If it doesn't work out, that's okay. You're going to do your best, just like you always do. And things are going to, like again, yeah. And AC says positive affirmations, Megan. That is correct. We manifest our own reality. That's very true. Exactly. And another thing too that you can really do is once you become aware, just shifting what you're saying to yourself and then those affirmations. And then another huge thing too is really, really just, this is interesting too, because we were talking about relationships with my friend today, and she was like, I really want you. She's like, I know what you're doing. She's like, I know you very well. And I know that you are shutting out, like you are shutting out these amazing, amazing relationships. Like you are shutting them out. You are just, you're not, she's like, there's no way. She's like, there's no way. Like there's so many people that would, want to be with you. And she's like, I don't think you're allowing yourself to like want to be happy in that way. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And she's like, anytime you are feeling like, you're getting confused or like allowing yourself to be distracted in those ways, she's like, I want you to take like a picture out. This is kind of funny because you guys should do this too. She's like, take a picture out of exactly like how you picture. She's like, go get a magazine. She's like, cut out an image of like someone that, if you don't have a significant other, of course, but if you don't have a significant other, this is a really good thing. If you're single, she's like, cut out, a picture of like someone that really like makes you just like, you feel like that spark, something, no, someone you don't know, like someone from a magazine or like someone that you've seen like on Instagram, just random, like it could be whatever. It's just, the point is to like, anytime you start focusing on your ex, anytime you start focusing on something that you're trying to let go of, or like a person you're trying to let go of, just look at that image and think, no, I'm manifesting this person into my life. I'm manifesting my perfect soulmate. And, I'm only going to receive this abundance, like positive things are coming. So that's another really cool thing too you can do. And yeah, so I just think that those are really big things. And also having someone as an inspiration for like having power kind of. So like for me, if any of you guys have seen Game of Thrones, drop that in the chat, because like I love Game of Thrones. I am such a Game of Thrones like nerd. And if you guys don't already know too, and I don't know if you follow it, but the new show is coming this month. So I'm really excited. I'm like going to watch Game of Thrones again. And I started watching it again, and I just realized like, wow, like Daenerys, who's in the show, she's like the mother of dragons, I guess. And she really has this transformation within herself too, where she is all these amazing things, right? She is, she's beautiful, she's talented, she's kind, she has all these amazing things going for her. And she has all this positive, amazing things, and she still allows other people to really drag her down in the beginning of the series. Like she allows her brother and like all these people, the society and all these people to really enslave her in a way. And then she just realizes her own power within herself and realizes like, no, like I'm a boss, like I am, I'm the Khaleesi, like I'm it. And when she realizes that is when she starts manifesting those things into her life. So anyway, that's just a quick little way, but just have someone kind of that you can kind of think of that's kind of like an inspiration, or like, like a Beyonce to like Sasha Fierce, like someone that just makes you feel like that power and like that whole like that feeling where you're like, whoa, like I am like, you just have to feel like you just have to really feel yourself kind of a little bit. And I know like again, it might seem unnatural sometimes, but it's really helpful. So anyway, I'm going to go to start doing the readings, but I just wanted to let you guys know I did feel this energetic shift today and just wanted to share with you guys like how important it is to just really just embrace like how amazing you are. Like no one in the world is like you and you just have so much to offer, and anyone who wants to say otherwise, like, okay, like it's like that whole thing where it's like, you can't allow that to affect you and affect what your focus is on in life. So anyways, so AC, you said, can you delve deeper into when I will ascend to 5D? We left off winter. I was wondering if you can see what triggers it. Okay, yeah, for sure. So we will go and start doing some cards. And then again, too, I wanted to mention that if you do want a card reading too, I will put in kind of the guidelines here for you guys. And then of course, if you can't, financially do any of these, then of course I will still pull a card for you and then just, donate whatever you feel comfortable with. But I will put in those pricings for you really quickly into our live. So just so you guys can see, because sometimes people can't see the little, what's it called? The description. Okay, I don't know why this is. Oh, okay. I think this is, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can kind of see like the chat because sometimes people can't see the description for these things. So anyways, so yes, so 5D, when you're going to enter 5D, again, we kind of talked about winter, like that was definitely definitive, but we'll kind of go a little bit further into this and we'll kind of dive deeper and see what's really going to trigger that as well. Okay. So let's see. So what is going to trigger that? So look at some of our cards here today. And then also I just wanted to let you guys know as well that anyone who wants another reading after, just submit your question using the super chat. And then I can get to you next because I'll just go in order of whoever submits first. So I'm just really like, I'm feeling a huge energetic shift. Like I would swear almost that it's like a full moon or something. It's not, but like I almost feel like it is. Like I'm going to have to look into it even more because again, like I'm just feeling completely transformed, but in a very positive way, So I just feel like, again, like I'm tapping into the potential, So I'm really feeling positive. I hope that you're feeling that way too, of course. Really hope everyone else is doing well and just know that I love you guys and I'm here to support you. And sometimes I find too, though, that when we are, being negative, when we are not loving ourselves fully, we're not able to help others as much as we can when we are fully embracing ourselves and embracing who we are. So that's another thing too, because again, I don't want to make this like all about me. I just want to help give you guys advice too, so that, you are able to kind of learn from that and kind of grow from that and just know. Okay. So I'm just shuffling the cards for you right now, AC. This is very good. There's very good things coming for everyone. I feel like there's a very good shift occurring in the universe right now. Like there's definitely some serious positive things coming. Not just only, overall, but in the next few days even. I just have a really good sense. It's like there's something very, very good coming. Oh, thank you, AC, for all of your support. AC was just talking about the different things we offer. And yes, we did an amazing private yesterday with him, which if you guys haven't already, I can also link that too in the chat just to make sure that I have that. But yeah, we did such a great private. And he was also talking about the sketch and like everything like that too, that he's gotten and he's received. And he definitely is. We had so much fun yesterday. It was a really great experience. And thank you so much just for showing your support. I really appreciate that. And I'm so happy that you've really loved and enjoyed everything so far too. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna just knock my energy into the cards. Okay. So I'm feeling really drawn to this top card actually. Okay, this is interesting. So, we talked about winter. We talked about that's when you're going to enter into this yesterday. And, the card that we chose for today for kind of getting more clarity here on this is Dance with Life. So, it's saying, it's very obvious here and this is interesting. It says do something to change your energy. So, there has to be an energetic shift before this, transition into 5D can really occur. So, that's interesting. So there's something basically that's almost like just like how you can see here in, in on the card, and it's showing again, do something to change your energy, which is like the direct message I'm really feeling for you right now. This shift has to occur in order for that to fully, it's like I feel like you're on the journey though. I feel like you're on the path to it, but there's something that needs to change within your life. Almost something too that I'm sensing you're holding on to in a way. Like you may be holding on to something, and as soon as you kind of change that energy, as soon as you shift, it's not like almost diving deeper in the sense, it's more so like just slightly kind of just shifting, like and letting go of something almost and allowing, because when we are dancing, just like in the cards, right? We're free. Again, it's saying, we're dancing with life. We are able to just feel that weight kind of lifted. So as soon as we let go, as soon as you let go of this one aspect of your life and kind of that will change your directions, so you're more free in order to fully dive completely deeper into this existence, into this 5D reality. So it's really saying, as soon as you change your energy, as soon as you let go of that something, it will really impact you in that way. And so I almost feel like if you had to do something specific in this situation, it's definitely going to be something that's really going to lighten you up. So it's going to really bring you joy. So I would really just focus on, what negative things am I focusing on in my life? What things do I need to let go of? And what things do I need to incorporate in my life that I enjoy? So really just even starting to do things that light you up, that light other people up, just really focusing on this positivity, on the spiritual growth, on not only, helping yourself. And I know, I think it is that too, actually, AC. I didn't want to like put words into your mouth here, but I was thinking it had to do with with the karmic soulmate as well, like 100% actually. I was like, that's definitely it. But like, again, I want to just, provide you with a message and allow you to also be able to make that conclusion yourself. And because that will really help. But I really believe it is that is the thing that will really lighten you, will allow you once you release the karmic soulmate, it will lighten you and then allow that change in energy to occur. So that's what I'm really sensing for you, AC. And I'm really feeling like that will be what occurs, within winter, which will be the change. And you'll feel the change and you'll be like, that was the change that, in this reading we discussed that led to fully being able to dive into that in the winter. So anyway, I hope that kind of helped you a little bit there too. And also, yeah, so I can continue to talk with you guys. I think that there might be another person who wants a reading as well. So again, if you do want a reading, if you can just, those are just guidelines, the things in the description box for a 1 card, 2 card and whatnot. If you are unable to do that, you can just donate whatever amount you want and I will get to your reading next and do your readings. Cause again, I just love helping you guys with this stuff. So, but I do have to go in order and kind of prioritize everyone who uses Super Chat. So if you haven't, just know that. And then also another thing too that I would like to say is that I'm considering too doing something where you're able to kind of give through PayPal, because I know some people said that the super chat isn't necessarily always working for everyone. So that's another thing I was thinking about, starting to really incorporate, because I want everyone to have the chance to do that and really be able to use that and be able to get their readings on here too. So, Kiara says, is this super chat? So super chat, Kiara, is like, basically it's that little, like, it's an icon that's like, it looks like a little like money icon. Like it's like a little like dollar sign and it's like a dollar sign in like a little square. And then you would just like click it and it says show your support for the relationship psychics. And then you would just put in the amount and and then like the amount for how many cards you would want me to draw for you. And then basically you put in your question. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cool. And then AC, you said, I will let you know how things work out with Leonore also down the road. Okay, thank you so much, because I really want to know how everything's going with you and just continue to provide you any support you need to on the way. But and you said thank you, Megan. Oh, thank you so much. Again, like I literally had such an amazing session with you yesterday. That was such a great reading, and I'm just so happy just that you came into my life and that we really entered each other's lives. And I really do believe that, we are introduced to these people, like me to you and you to me for a reason. There's definitely a reason behind it. There's this plan that the universe and God has for our lives and for the people that come into our lives. Like nothing happens by chance. So I just want to say that as well too. And again, I'm so grateful to have been blessed with you guys as well. So Karen Johnson. Okay, so yay, hey Karen. You said, will my life get better soon? Okay, yeah. So let's look at that now, Karen, and let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to actually go with the green deck. I'm feeling green for you, Karen. And then ACU says, you said, I agree. There's no coincidences. Yes, I totally agree with that. And I think that everyone here too really has that understanding, which I really love, because unfortunately nowadays, and I don't want to dwell on any negativity, but there are a lot of people sometimes who only see, see what is right in front of them, the like materialistic things. But it's like, once you open your mind and see that there is just so much more to life, there is so much truth and amazing things, like some things that are not able to be necessarily like really physically present with us are like some of the most amazing things in life. They are, they are without a doubt, like things that like necessarily can't always be seen or experienced through science and this and that, like, love, and like think about everything that's really amazing and we really treasure in life. And it's like, those things are beyond, material physical worlds. And it's like, that's why of course, I will always continue to hope that, people continue to really come into this understanding that there is so much more to life, than just this life and just the material physical world. So I do feel like a lot of you guys also have that wisdom too. So I love that. Oh, Anna Kay said, hi, how are you? Hi, guys. So happy to have you here with me today. It's funny because like I was just talking about how I had this energetic shift, and now I'm like getting this headache almost again. And sometimes that happens to me when I do have these like big, energetic shifts. But I'm like starting to get this headache, but it's okay. It's part of the process. But I'm like, where is that like I know where it's coming from, but it's just very interesting how that can all, be incorporated and work within your body. Okay, so let's see what our reading says for you. Oh, and Kiara, thank you so much. I will totally get to your question next. Thank you, Kiara. I will get to your reading next. I'm excited about that. So let's see. So will my life get better soon for Karen? Okay. Okay, I'm just really centering the energy here. Again, I'm feeling like the top card. This is interesting. Okay. This already kind of shows us some stuff. It does show us, and don't get scared by this card, Karen. Do not get scared by this card, because I really feel like this is the present moment. I am going to pull another card to kind of see how we can overcome this, but it's very apparent from the universe as well that you are going through challenges. We pulled challenges, and it like, I don't want this to upset you. I just want this to kind of show you that it's establishing the current situation that you are, going through. It says unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over divine. So this is actually showing us right now exactly the path to things getting better for you, Karen. So it says, and I'll show you the card too as well too. It says, please take over divine and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. Okay, so this is very, very clear to me that things are going to get better for you, Karen. Things will absolutely get better, and very soon. But, and I'm sorry that you are facing these hard times, these challenges, But it's very clear to me that you really have to surrender to the divine. You have to ask for guidance. And there's almost like a decision, because it's saying, and guide the right actions. So not only do I want you to really lean on the universe, lean on God, lean on the divine, and your spirituality and all of that in order to guide you and your intuition. But once you have that enlightenment within yourself and you feel that, just to really take those actions, like you will know what is the right thing to do. And it's almost like I feel like you understand what I'm saying here, because it's like there's something, or if it hasn't happened already, there will be a decision soon where you will know what the right thing is to do, and you will kind of be torn, and just asking the universe, asking God to really help you continue, because you know what is right, and just to guide you to do what is right. So not only just knowing, but it's like actually doing it, right? That's going to be a really big part of this. And it also says, please take this burden and show me your will. So it's also showing that there is a beautiful will for your life. Like there's something beautiful coming for you, and what's beautiful too is this card, if you can see here too, Karen, so there's butterflies, and this just came to my intuition, as we were going through this reading. There's butterflies on this card, and the thing about butterflies too is, what do they symbolize for us, especially in a spiritual way? They symbolize transformation. So this is already very promising to me, Karen, and I would definitely take what I'm saying as well to heart, as well as the actual process to this transformation. But it's very clear and certain that there's going to be a transformation, a positive transformation. Like you are going to go from these challenges that you are experiencing, as almost kind of like the caterpillar in a way, not to be, cheesy, but this is very serious and very symbolic and very special and true for, on the spiritual symbolic side of things. You're kind of as the caterpillar in the cocoon, right? You're going through these challenges. You're not really able to fully bloom and to fully be able to live up to this beautiful future and this beautiful potential. And what this is saying, really, this is saying everything basically in this card, because it's saying not only are you currently facing these challenges, not only are you currently kind of in that cocoon, but pretty soon, as long as you ask the divine for guidance and act as soon as you receive that guidance within, as long as you do those two things, you will have amazing things coming your way. You will be able to fully develop and turn into that butterfly that you've always been destined to be. And that's always been your destined path, for you. As soon as you are able to do that, you will be able to break free from this cocoon of challenges that you're currently going through in your life. And I really believe that that's kind of the way for you, and that's kind of the future. So there is that positive light, but I would advise that you ask the divine, ask God to really enlighten you and guide your intuition. And then as soon as you see the actions that you need to take, just take those actions, and then that will allow you to break free from these challenges that you're experiencing. So I hope that actually really did clarify things, especially reading through the card. It really came to my intuition here. And then Karen, you just said, I'm open to the universe. Thank God. I am going through huge challenges. I'm so sorry, Karen. And let's all put, our prayers, our love to Karen, and send her those prayers as well. And then I see Karhu. Yay. Hi, Karhu. I love seeing Karhu. Afsne said, I have work tomorrow, so I got to go. Oh, hugs. Yes, hugs to you too. And you also said I'm tired of being hurt by guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. And then, yes, I love this positive support and this. Oh, and you said, I love your hair, by the way. Oh, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. You guys are all just so positive and so sweet. And literally, like, I'm just, again, like, I know I say this all the time, but I really mean it. And like, I can't express to you enough, like, how much I am so blessed for all the positivity and light in this community, because it's not always common nowadays. And you guys are just all so special. So thank you. And I'm happy. I hope that really helped you, Karen. And I think it did, based on what you've said, but I hope that kind of was resonating for you. I mean, it seemed very clear to me as soon as I, read the card and everything. It just really all clicked for me, but I hope it also clicked for you, and you felt that as well. And then, you said, you are amazing. You are my motivation. Oh, thank you. You guys literally, like, you're gonna make me cry again because you guys are just so sweet. Oh, this literally gives me so. You guys are my motivation and inspiration too, like to just continue, like trying to just help and help you guys more. Like you guys seriously mean so much to me. Oh, and you said I mean it. That's so sweet. Okay, so Kiara. So we will get to your reading next. So Kiara, thank you so much for this. And again, this helps. Again, I want you guys to know that this really helps. It really helps me to continue to come here and help you guys and do this. So thank you. Just know that this is seriously, like, I'm so grateful for it, and it really is what allows me to continue on here. So thank you guys. And then Kiara, your question is, I did it. Cool. Yeah. Yes, you did it. Thank you so much. And then let's see. I haven't gotten a question yet from you, Kiara, unless maybe it's farther up or further up. Okay. So Kiara, if you could just submit your question for the reading, that would be great. And then I can get to you and do your reading as soon as you do. I'm going to just double check a little bit because, again, I don't have a moderator here tonight. So, oh, okay. I see your question. You said, I would like to know if I'm going to be able to move up in my company. I keep applying for higher positions, but there seems to be a serious delay. I'm dodging a lot of negative energy. Okay. Okay. So I'm just kind of going to tap into that a little bit. We'd like to know if I'm going to be able to move up in the company. I keep applying for higher positions, but there seems to be, okay, there's like a block. Okay, there's a lot of negativity coming your way. Okay, I feel that. Okay, so we're going to look into this right now for you, Kiara. I'm sorry that you also have some negativity in your life and people, that are trying to really not, allow you to fulfill, but they are, because we're going to figure this out, and you're going to succeed. You're going to move up, whether it's in that company or whether it's a new company, we'll see. But there's definitely going to be positive things in your way. It's just, or like, in your path, on your path. But let's see, how we're going to get there. But I do already sense that very, very strongly here. So, okay. So let's see if it's going to be that company. Let's see what exactly that will look like. Or, and sometimes I find too, I would love to point this out, and I'm feeling called to say this right now. Sometimes, a lot of the times actually, we will feel a lot of negativity. We will feel a lot of those like obstacles, those challenges, all of those things right before we get to the best, right before. It's like, again, the calm before the storm, but in a positive way, I suppose, because it's like, it's the opposite, I guess. It's the storm before the calm. It's it's the troubles that are bombarded to us, because as soon as we trust through those things, as soon as we persevere and overcome those things, that's when we literally are given all the blessings, all the things that we deserve, and all of the beautiful, beautiful plans and amazing things that, we're meant to have in this life. So I hope that makes sense too, that sometimes it can actually be a positive sign if you are facing a ton of negativity, if you're facing a ton of just obstacles and things like just seeming to not go your way no matter what you're doing. That is often a sign of spiritual growth, and often a sign of that, the universe, that God is really kind of almost not testing, but just, allowing you to really fully rely so that you can ascend, if that makes sense. So I'm already really sensing to tell you that before I even draw a card or anything, but that was already like the message that I was really sensing here. But and I'm really feeling that. But I want to kind of see more clarity on, will it be within a company, what exactly that will be like. So as you're dodging this negative energy, but I do feel a very strong sense that this negative energy is going to be, right before this really positive thing for you, if you're able to just trust. And as you are doing now, just by coming to me and just trusting that there could be, that potential for something better, and just believing in that, is already showing that you are surrendering to the will, not allowing it to keep you down and keep you, where you are. So that's already a very, very amazing thing that will really result in positive things coming in your future. So let's kind of see though. Let's draw a card just for even more clarity here. Okay. So I have a ton of different cards. I'm actually going to just knock my energy into the cards again today. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so yes. So I'm wondering, like, I'm very curious for you too. And I always take this on myself too. And I'm just wondering, like, is this going to be this company? Where is this going to like lead? But I do know it's going to lead to something great. I do know that negativity is right before this positivity in your life. I just am wondering kind of the pathway for that. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm really sensing this card for some reason. Again, I haven't. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So you got this card, which is, this has been coming up quite a lot, which is very interesting. And again, I can see that energy a lot of the times in these readings can sometimes be transferred over. So we received called, right? So you are called to something. You are called to ascend. You are called to move up, right? You are called to do something more than what you're currently doing. So you're not necessarily content with where you are. And that's already, and oh, I want to show you the card as well too. So called. So you feel like there's this door that's open. And the beautiful news is that there is this open door, right? Like that's very clear. It's very certain that you're about to walk through an open door in your life. That's crystal clear. And I already sensed that before we began pulling cards, is that there is something very positive coming very soon for you. And there's going to be this very, very like big opportunity very soon. And you can see you're almost there, right? You've been walking through a corridor almost. And this is interesting too. It's really coming to my intuition here that you've been walking through this long corridor, this long hallway. And as you can see, there's no doors on the side of this, of this long hallway. So you've been walking and there's been no open opportunities. But because you've been continuing to walk down this path, because you haven't, decided to turn backwards or just stay where you are, you have been walking, you continue to walk, you continue to keep walking, even when there hasn't been these opportunities, even when, just like you had said, there's been this negativity and these negative energies and really those lack of opportunities that you were looking for. So even though there are those lack of opportunities, those lack of doors, just symbolically through the card, you can see this, that you've been walking through in this hallway. The thing that's beautiful is that because you are continuing to move forward, because you are not allowing any of this negative energy, and you can honestly almost see the negative energy in this card too here symbolically. Like, do you see this kind of this aura of like mist of, I kind of sense that there's negative, like, almost negativity surrounding you in a lot of ways. It's almost like crackling and caving in, right? And there's not those open doors anywhere. And because you just continue to look forward, as you can see here, you're just looking forward. You're not allowing those things to get to you. You're not stopping. You're actively walking on this journey to this new opportunity. So what really this is showing me is not only is there going to be this open, very obvious, open opportunity for you very soon within your ambitions and within your career path, there's going to be this huge, and it's going to be very obvious, as soon as it happens. So my advice to you is just to continue trusting that it's almost there. Like you're almost there. Like you have been doing such an amazing job by just continuing to walk, even when there has been no open opportunities that you've been, presented with on this journey. But because you continue to persevere, you continue to walk down this corridor that has seemed to have, no end, there will be this huge open door, this huge open opportunity for you very soon. So just continue to trust and continue to just go on this journey and just know it's very soon that this huge opportunity will really open itself up for you. So I hope that kind of helped you. I feel like that was pretty clear right there. And I feel like, wait, what happened? Okay. I feel like that really did provide me a lot of clarity on your path and what has been going on for you. But I hope that also helped you too. I see it. You said, I see it. That's awesome. Cause again, I didn't want to look necessarily yet. Cause sometimes I like to just kind of not, focus on anything except the reading. But That's amazing that you also see that, and you said absolutely yes, I see it. That's awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I'm so happy because like, there's a reason that happened. There's a reason that I was able to give you that message in that moment. So I'm very happy for you, Kiara. Okay, so our next reading here is for Michelle. So, and quickly before I start Michelle's reading, just wanted to let you know, for anyone who just came in today, that I am doing readings with you guys. I'm doing pick a card readings. So all you have to do is just use the super chat function, which is right under the chat. There's like a little money icon, like a little button, and then it will say like show your support for the Relationship Psychics, which allows us to come on. So we really are super grateful. I'm very grateful. And then give whatever amount you feel comfortable with. Again, the description box is just a guideline for how many cards you'd like me to pull, but again, it's whatever you can do and are able to contribute. And then just type your question with the amount there. And then I'll get to your question next, because I'll kind of go in order of people as they are giving. So Michelle is next. And Michelle, okay, great. So you said, will my love life get better? Okay, sounds good. So Michelle, you want a 1-card reading on will my love life get better? Okay, so let's see, Michelle. Thank you for coming, and thank you for just joining me here today. Just thank you, everyone. Like, thank you guys all so much. I'm so happy to be here with you guys, be in this moment, and you guys seriously like lighten like my life in so many ways. I know that sounds silly, but it's so true. Like, no matter what is going on, no matter, how many things are going on in my life, whenever I come on with you guys, it's just always just so amazing just to see this positivity at a community level, because there is such a positivity within this community here on YouTube. And, as we continue to grow too, and I hope we can, just so we can continue to spread this love, because, something that's beautiful that my mother told me when I was a little girl, it's a funny story actually, but she taught me this concept where she said, she's like, love only grows. And that always that really always just stayed with me my whole life, because it's actually funny. I'll just quickly tell you guys, just so you guys can get a little story time. But basically I was like around 7 years old. I was an only child, and my brother, like, basically my parents told me one time, they were like, okay, so mommy's pregnant, like you're going to have a little brother. And this is terrible kind of looking back, but I was very much, I was definitely loved by my parents. I was kind of spoiled, to be honest, growing up, but I was like almost really sad when it's just terrible. I was a little girl though. I didn't get it really, but I was like, no, because I was thinking I was gonna like lose my mom and dad kind of, and like all like the love and attention I get from them. So I was like really sad. I was like crying hysterically, like when I found out that I was gonna have a brother, and which I know, like, as a little girl though, it was like very like traumatic, because I was scared I was losing my parents, who I like love more than anything. And it's funny because one of the things that my mom told me to kind of help me is, she was like, I just want you to know that like will never like love you less, like love only grows. And basically I don't even know how I went on this story, but the whole point was that as we continue to grow as a community, like I will always like, cherish everyone who was originally here and supporting me. And, I will always have that. And hopefully we can continue to grow our positivity and, allow this love that we share in this channel and this community just to continue to grow. So I hope that made sense. I was like, that story just popped in my head, but yes, wise words from my mother when she taught me that. But okay, Michelle. So let's focus now in on your reading. So I'm going to knock my energy into the cards here. So okay. So Michelle, will my love life get better? Okay. It's actually interesting. What's coming to my mind right now is almost a storm, like literally like a lightning storm. And that's kind of where I'm feeling like your current state is. And I don't know if that kind of explains anything to you. It's funny because it's not necessarily just like the turbulence or the winds. It's really, there's like lightning that I'm really visualizing right now for you, Michelle. And it's almost as if like there is this, it's almost like there's shocks of this negativity that you've been experiencing, in your love life or are currently experiencing. So it's almost like something that's like shocking. It's not something that's just, easy to kind of navigate in a way. It's very, whatever you are going through is definitely very, it's not something easy. It's shocking. It's like lightning. It's sporadic, and it's almost, another thing that just kind of came to my intuition here is it's almost very, unpredictable. It's kind of unpredictable, and it's been unpredictable for you in your love life. If that's correct too, you can always affirm, or feel free not to as well. But I'm just sensing there's this unpredictability and this almost, shocking, like these shocking things that are happening unpredictably, if that makes sense, like spontaneous shocks to you in your love life. So let's pull a card and kind of get even more clarity on what that necessarily means. So you're looking on, will my love life get better? So this is the card that I was really drawn to for you. I was feeling, okay, okay, that's really good. Oh, and you said yes. Okay, so this already tells me a lot, and we're seeing a lot of similar themes in this reading today together. So it's always so interesting. Like every time I do community readings, I always see that a lot, where it's like there's so many similar themes we're all experiencing at once together. But anyway, so we received Akasha, which is really saying that your guidance is divinely guided. So it's very, very interesting. And I want to show you guys the card as well too here, Michelle, that basically you're asking, will your love life get better? And it's kind of funny too, because remember I just had mentioned this storm-like quality, this lightning-like quality in your love life. And you can literally see, like on the card here, there's a storm, right? There's a literal storm, and there is this, like these clouds, all those things just kind of like almost like, under lightning clouds right here. And that's, again, the current state for you. That was your current state. And it's, as you can see on the card, it's almost black and white here. There's not that vibrance and love that's really just able to really fill it up with brightness and light and happiness and joy and, pure love and bliss. Like all of that is absent, right? All you are experiencing is this gray. And it's almost, this is interesting to me too. It kind of just came to my intuition as well. After these shocks or these shocking things in your love life that have occurred, and these spontaneous things, I almost sense that like there's this feeling, this is so weird, it's just very clear to me. There's this feeling of like, almost like, I don't want to say depression, because I don't want to, it's like almost just that feeling of gloom, that feeling of like hopelessness, because of these shocks that you experienced in your love life, because of these direct things that were spontaneous, that were sporadic and very, very traumatic, very electric, and in a shocking, not a good way, a very negative way. You almost came to this point, just as the picture and the card shows, of like withdrawing, almost like this melancholy, like this period where you almost want to give up in a way, if that makes sense. Like a hopelessness is kind of what's coming to my intuition here. It's like hopelessness, just kind of like, like almost like an Eeyore kind of, just kind of like, yeah, like that whole, like that feeling, that mindset. Yes, relationship trauma. So you had relationship trauma, and now you're kind of at this point where you're like, is there going to be something? Is it going to get better even? Like that's really what I'm sensing you are at now. So it was like lightning. Now it's kind of like at the point where it's like, is there going to be even something after this? Like, I don't know. I can't see the end to this storm any longer. Like like you're almost not trusting any longer almost of your future and what that will look like when it comes to love. So what is beautiful though about this card, and the great news for you, Michelle, here, is that you can see that this was here, right? This is at the very bottom of the card. There are stairs. There are stairs going upwards, right? And, as soon as you climb those stairs, and notice here, this is very important to notice, the stairs themselves are in this, this gloomy area. So once you start this climbing, you start actively, trying to know and just understand and just do everything that you possibly can, even when it seems so hard to believe that things are going to get better. Just as you continue to just really climb the stairs. And even by coming for this reading here today, you were actively climbing those stairs. You were actively in this state where things are not great, right? But you were like, no, even so, I'm going to come, I'm going to ask this question, I'm going to get this reading. So that is you climbing the stairs. So right now you are literally climbing those stairs, right? And even though, things aren't getting better, they're not seeming like, it's still gray. It's still gray as you climb and climb and climb. eventually, very soon, I mean, it's not going to be very long, but what will happen in the near future is what I'm sensing as you continue to persevere through this gloominess is you will be on this beautiful, colorful path, and this path will be your next future relationship. So you see that as well too, how it shifts, the card shifts into this colorful atmosphere that's full of life and love and beauty. So you will have this beautiful divine connection that will occur as long as you are able to just fully continue to climb up these stairs and know that it's your past and let go of this past relationship trauma. Let go of that lightning, that storm that's been in your life. And as soon as you're able to know that that's your past, like that's not going to affect you because that's not your future, right? We're going to just, and of course, it's hard, it's easier said than done, but I want you to just know that as soon as you are able to just be like, no, that's behind me. I'm going to continue climbing these stairs. I'm going to continue making these steps, doing these things in order to climb upwards because I know I have faith, I have trust that my path is beautiful and colorful and light, and there is a loving divine connection in my future very soon. So as soon as you are able to fully embrace that and continue, then you will literally start on this pathway, which symbolizes a loving relationship that is divinely guided. So a divine connection, which means a soul connection. So you will have this beautiful soulmate connection as soon as, just knowing that this is not going to end in this. What's going to happen very soon is this beautiful, eternal, divine soul connection you are going to experience very soon. So anyways, I hope that helped you, Michelle. You did say yes, relationship trauma, and then you said yes. So that's always great to hear too, that, my readings are also resonating with you and really touching you in that way. So I hope you enjoyed that, Michelle. And thank you again for just reaching out and trusting me to kind of help guide you there. So thank you. And then we have, let's see, Annika. Okay. Hi, Annika. How are you today? Oh, and you said, thank you. So beautiful. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You are such a sweet, beautiful soul inside and out. And I really appreciate you. And again, you guys are literally the sweetest, loving, most pure hearts ever. And just know every single time you say anything like that, like anything, that it's helping you or that any just compliment, anything at all, it just really always just gets to me. So thank you so much. Okay, so Annika, perfect. And I do want to quickly, before I start Annika's reading, just remind anyone who's new to this stream that if you are new and would like to do a reading today, I can pull the cards, and all you would do is just use the super chat function, which is again it's like the button right under the chat where it says, show your support for the relationship psychics, and it's like a money icon, and then you're just going to click that, and then you'll just give whatever amount you feel comfortable with, whatever amount calls to you, and just know it supports us. But just give that amount, and then just it's just a guideline. If you want multiple cards, like a more thorough reading, then I do have a guideline on kind of the pricing on the description box. But again, just give whatever you can, and it's donation based as well, so just know that. And so basically you're just going to click that button and then submit your question for the reading, and then I will get to you in that order, because again, I only have limited time. So if you do want a reading today and tonight, I definitely would suggest that you do submit the question, just because I do have to go in order of everyone who submits. But I hope that made things a little bit easier and more straightforward there. But all right. So, and also I'm seeing people too who are, some of my regular loves that always are here and present. And I'm so happy to see that. And I'm seeing everyone's really supporting each other. And okay. So Annika, you said, I remember the last reading with you. You said we will be on a break, but how long? Okay. So we kind of want some clarification. So actually you said a few messages that I was kind of focusing on our other reading. So let me kind of just see what that looks like now. So you said, what direction is the universe want me to go? My inner person doesn't want me to give up on Earl, but I don't know when he will come back to me, because I truly love this man. It's not by accident we met. Will he open the door of his heart to me? Will we have a life together, and when? So it's really kind of a question of when is what I'm sensing here, Annika. And again, I will give you as much of a thorough answer to that as I possibly can, and as much as the universe wants you to know. And you also said the connection between Earl and I felt great, and he came into my life after my husband passed away. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Annika. That is so hard. And I just feel as if we are meant to be together. I remember the last reading with you. We said we went. Yeah, I remember remember we got the new earth, and I was like, that's new Earl. Like Earl will come, like there will be that reconciliation. I remember that completely. In that entire reading. So we kind of want some more clarity on what that will look like, how, how soon that will be and everything like that. I will literally do whatever I can to really provide you that message. Again, when it comes to time, though, I do like to always say this is sometimes it's very clear. Sometimes it's more so a certain energy shift or something that will occur right before it, happens. So I just want to kind of let you know that I will try to give as much time as possible, but because these are energies that are more powerful and, they're larger than time itself, sometimes the universe will let us know exactly. Sometimes the universe will be like, this is the energy and this is the pathway. So I just want to kind of get that out there as well. But let's look into it. And then it will kind of give you hope to whether you need to like shift over to other relationships, what that looks like. Do you need to focus on you more? Like what you can kind of do in the meantime. So either way, we will find some more clarity here. Oh, hi, Carlos. Hi. I'm excited for everyone and anyone who's new and just joined, let me know too. And I would love to say hi to you and welcome you. Again, this is such a great community. So thank you guys so much. Love all of my new people, all of my, returning friends that always come to these. So just love all the positivity too. Okay, so I'm just kind of shuffling the deck right now for you, Annika, and we're going to kind of get some clarity here. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to just knock some energy and then shuffle again for you, Annika. I'm kind of meditating on your name as well as Earl's and kind of getting, any pictures initially into my mind as we go. So let's see. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this pathway looks like, when this, connection will occur, and what kind of that will look like going into that. And if we have time or a timeline for that, what that will look like exactly, Annika, and give us some clarity here. So just kind of giving my will up, allowing, woo! Okay, this card, that's so crazy. So I'm going to just grab this card because it literally fell. And a lot of the times when cards fall or like, jump out at me, it's definitely for a reason. So I'm going to just quickly pick that one up. Okay, so we have, so this card that just fell out for you, Annika, is, yeah, it jumped out. It literally did. So that's always something that's interesting. Okay, so we got the Cosmic Heart. This is the card that really wanted to make itself present to you today in this reading. So if you can, as you can see, the Cosmic Heart, it says devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So this honestly shows me a lot of clarity here that devotion, like there is this devotion that needs to occur in order for this relationship to really come back to this new earth, this fully come back and be its best potential relationship. It's definitely needs on your part to have this devotion. So I believe, what is devotion to? Devotion is, being fully committed in a way. So almost, and this is not always what I like to tell people, but sometimes it is important to just continue to feel that devotion for him, even when it's not necessarily time for you two to be together, if that makes sense. So just to understand that that connection is beautiful and there, and to have that devotion to the relationship and the connection you share, and to basically what I'm advising you in a way. Okay, you said I really do. So great. Okay, I'm happy that's making sense, because in a way it's almost like sometimes I agree that sometimes, you need to, let go, and this is like not what the universe is saying here. The universe is actually more saying, so you need to realize and understand just how special this connection is and be devoted to it. and to fully almost, as it says here too, potency. So this connection is super strong, super powerful. And it's almost saying, right, too, it's saying make your life a moving prayer. So what that kind of means too is that not only will you continue to hold this devotion and this really commitment with this beautiful, potent connection that you share with Earl, but you will also need to have that cosmic heart. So that heart that is not only devoted to him, but that heart that is devoted to the universe, to God, to that will, and to know, just again, there's so many themes today in today's readings, but it's like just to know that it is divinely guided, that this connection is from God, from the divine, from the universe, and to trust that. And what is a prayer too is kind of asking and kind of letting go of our own thoughts, letting go of our own assumptions and our own false beliefs, and just allowing thy will to be done in a way, right? Thy will be done, like the universe's will be done on this time. And just that trust, that full faith, it's not just trust at this point too, is another thing that's kind of coming to me. It's like having that full faith that this connection will come back stronger than ever. Having that full faith and that devotion and that heart really set on this connection that you share. And, just knowing how special this connection is, and knowing that if you continue to fully embrace that and to really have that faith that it will come together again, that's kind of what will happen there. And that's how it will look. Again, this is not necessarily a time, because the time in this scenario is really when you are able to continue to show that you have this faith, when you are able to continue to know and trust within yourself this devotion you have to the relationship, and to know that you met for a reason, and that this relationship and this connection occurred for a reason. So I hope that makes sense for you, Annika, too, and kind of give you clarity. It was very clear that this is the card for you. Literally, it jumped out, and I was like, this is absolutely the card I need to read for her today. So I hope that kind of helped you and kind of guided you tonight. And then let's see. So, and Dat Fishkel, you said, I have to go. I have someone special. I know. Oh, well, Dat Fishkel, thank you so much for coming. I literally always enjoy you. And literally every time I look out for you, I'm always like, oh, is Dat Fishkel going to come? Because you're just such a positive part of our little spiritual, amazing YouTube community here. So you're the best. Okay. So Karen Johnson. Okay. So you have another question, Karen. So you said, is the choice I have to make about Richard? Okay, let's get some clarity here for you, Karen. Okay, so, I'm kind of recentering myself, just kind of doing some centering with my energy here. Okay, so Karen, you want to know, is this choice about Richard? So let's look into that now and see. Okay. Okay, so let's see, Karen. Again, I'm just really adjusting my energy here, because I'm like, it's funny because sometimes people are like, oh, like, it's just, what's the big deal about what you do? Like, it's not that, sometimes people will belittle this, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's not just, of course I love it. I literally love it so much. It lights me up, but it is very, people don't understand all the time how how much energy has to flow through you, how much you have to experience during these things. But I know you guys do too, but I'm just saying some people who are like from the outside sometimes will be like, oh, like, what's the big deal? Like, you just answer a question and all that. So that's what's funny. But I'm sure they just aren't, don't necessarily know. Okay. Oh, and Karen Johnson, you said, I understand. Thank you. Thank you guys for understanding that. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to just knock my energy into the cards here. Kind of get some more clarity on, on this choice you have to make. is this choice about Richard? Is this choice, this decision about Richard? Okay. Okay. So what time is it for you guys? Is it later for you? Is it, I know you guys are all over the world, so I'm just always curious to know what's going on with you guys. And also too, if you're here right now, definitely let me know too what time you prefer me to do these lives, because right now I'm kind of like not necessarily sure like when people prefer, you know, the lives. So I'm like still trying to figure out what's best for everyone. So just let me know if there is a time that you kind of like, if you like mornings or like what that looks like for you. So just so I can kind of know and adjust, you know, based on that too. Okay. I'm thinking tomorrow. Okay. So Karen, you said it's 12:15 p.m. Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking tomorrow I might do mine earlier, and I'll see like if there's any new people and whatnot. And if we have any new people and see how that goes. I don't know. I'm still, again, just seeing what times are best for everyone. And I just want to adjust accordingly. So, oh, so for a lot of you guys, it's like, so is it is it 10:15 at night then for you, Karhu? Is it 10:15 at night? I feel like actually back, you know, in where my family lives, I think it's 10:15 for them too, actually. Okay, so. Okay. So is the choice I have to make about Richard? Let's see. Okay. This card just totally, there was two cards. I'm gonna draw two cards for you. I know I'm going against, because there was two cards that called out to me. I have to go with my intuition. There was this card which literally just popped out, and then this card on top was like another one. Sometimes this doesn't always happen. It's not actually common for two cards to really pull it like out at me. But okay, so our two cards we have. I don't normally select two cards at once, so this is very interesting. But I'm always just open to whatever my intuition's telling me here. So this is interesting. So it's obvious. It's very obvious here in some ways here, Karen, because this one card that really stood out here that popped out in a way is yes, which is very straightforward. So it says, just say yes. So what it's saying here already is it's very obvious, because you asked the question, is the choice I have to make about Richard? The universe, God was very clear here. Yes, it is about Richard. And it's interesting too, because in this card, you see three, right? There's three. And there's not only three, which indicates a choice, as you are the center, right? You are the center. This is your spirit, and this is the decision you have to make. And there's these two paths for you going forward. But the triangle, again, also too, is very symbolic of a choice, of there being three dimensions. So there being you, and there being these choices, this pathway. So it's very clear that yes, this choice that you have to make is about Richard. Can't get clearer than this card, yes, which I have so many cards here in front of me right now, and that's the one we chose. So it's very clear. And then for some reason, I also wanted to do this card for you too, because it kind of just called on me. And it says star bathing. So this is interesting. It says, oh, you said yay. It said star bathing. It said light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. I'm wondering if this has nothing necessarily standing out in my intuition yet, but I know that this is an important card for you. So we asked, if this decision was due to Richard, and it's saying something, necessarily about, there's this body element and almost this, when we're bathing. This is interesting. This is very interesting, because I'm trying to figure out what the message is here, because I know you were meant to receive this. So I'm like, what is the message? So here, the crystal grid and the transmission. Okay, so there's going to be this activation, I believe, once you make this decision, is what I'm kind of sensing here. This is interesting. So when you're bathing, this doesn't happen to me often, where I pick two cards, and especially when one is like, what, like, but this is why I'm just open, obviously, to whatever I'm getting and receiving. Okay, so this makes sense. So basically, I'm thinking that bathing is kind of, bathing is really just almost like baptism in a way. You know, it's really just being able to just fully come undone, fully let go and activate as well. So once you go under the water, right, in this decision making process, I hope this is somehow making sense, because there was something here that the universe wanted me to tell you about this. I'm thinking that once you go like under the water, once you are fully able to be cleansed of whatever this is, then there will be this activation. And that will be the decision that you have to make. Does that, again, like, this doesn't normally happen to me, but there was a reason you needed this card. So I'm hoping like that's kind of making sense. There's some baptism element here where it's like there's a cleansing process in this decision making, and that will activate this, you know, this beautiful connection, this relationship, and this light. So you're almost coming to this place where someone told me he was my twin flame. I love him so much. Yeah. So you're almost coming to this place where it's like there's this universal light, and it's like a star. So it's like once you're baptized, once you make this decision, then you'll be drawn to this star and this twin flame, you know, this universal, beautiful, powerful love, which of course is a soul connection in itself. So there will be this activation. I think the activation is really especially standing out to me in this card today, is activation. So once you make the decision, this connection will be fully embraced and fully come to its potential, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that is making sense to you, but there's something definitely going on here with the twin flame, you know, this baptism. So this change that you have to make and this decision, and then that will lead to this activation, right? The transmission of your old into this new connection. But this, I mean, it's not a new connection, but it's a new layer of the connection, if that makes sense. And it will be in the stars, which is that of the universe, and that is the divine. And that is the divine really guiding you and this connection after you are able to fully embrace, fully cleanse, and fully, you know, almost baptize yourself in this decision making process. So I don't know if that's making sense. Again, I hope it is. I hope it's resonating in some way, because I did feel like I really needed to also show you not only yes, but that there is some, you know, almost cleansing that needs to occur. Cleansing, you know, some, like, that's what baptism means in a lot of ways too as well. It's like cleansing of the old, knowing, like embracing this new energy, this new water in life. So there'll be the cleansing, there will be this transmission of the decision, and then that will activate the twin flame connection further. Does that make sense? I hope that at least towards the end that kind of started coming together as I'm just speaking, as you know, I'm receiving through the intuition. But I hope that made sense, Karen. And it was really interesting because it was like 2 cards literally, and that normally doesn't happen to me. But you said thank you so much. He hurt me. Okay, so maybe that's what the baptism needs to, like, that's what needs to happen, is like there needs to be a baptism of that old, you know, we have to let go of this, like, and fully embrace this new, like, we are made new, and we have to let go of the hurt almost. And does that make sense? Kind of like, because I know baptism is very much the symbol in this card, that one of the symbols that you really are supposed to receive here. And I feel like a lot of what baptism is too is just releasing, letting go. It's like when you go under the water and you come up, you feel like that fresh, you know, like you are made new. It's like being made new. So it's like the connection is going to be made new. Your connection will be made new, and it will be that of a twin flame star connection that is literally planned for you from the universe, that will be activated once you make the decision, and once you are able to fully baptize yourself in, by cleansing, you know, the hurt, by letting go of that and allowing yourself to refresh yourself in that sense, in a deeper emotional sense. So anyway, I hope that makes sense too, and it kind of became clearer as I continued just meditating on that. But yeah, I hope that made sense for you. Yes, I need to let go of the hurt. Okay, so I agree. There was something of letting go, shedding, renewal. That's a lot of what, you know, also that bathing symbol really kind of also indicates too. So that makes sense, Karen. So I'm happy that really resonated with you. And then I wanted to know, is there anyone else who would like me to answer another question tonight, or is everyone kind of good? Just let me know either way, just because if not, like, if someone does have another reading they'd like, just, you know, use a super chat and I can get to one more reading. But If not, I may head out because there are a million things I need to do. And I should probably also, spend some time doing other things besides working too, because, sometimes I get bad at that. But, and allowing myself to kind of just relax in some ways. So I would love, if there is another reading, I can take one more reading today. So I'll just give you guys like a few minutes. If anyone wants to last minute, just submit a question for reading. And Karen, you said you are fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so, thank you. I'm so happy like that you like enjoyed that and it resonated and you find that it really provided you that insight. It just makes me so happy that I'm able to really provide that for you and help you, and again, I'm just happy I'm able to use my gifts for a positive thing and to really help in any way. So thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Really is so sweet. So does anyone else have any last minute thing or any other questions? Just let me know. Okay, so Crystal has another question. And then also, Karhu, you said my father called me and told me he tested positive for COVID-19. I'm so sorry, Karhu. I just saw that. I'm so sorry, Karhu. You said, hey, Megan. Oh my gosh, I'm literally so sorry. I just saw this. I literally promise you right now, Karhu, like I will literally keep him in all of my prayers and meditations tonight. And just, I would love to know, how everything's going. And I will continue to just manifest any positivity, continue to pray for him and, continue. I feel like we should all as a community really help, and just give our love, give our prayers, whatever we, give our meditations and our positive energy and send that to Karhu during this really hard time. So I'm so sorry that you are going through that, Karhu. And again, my love is literally, I'm sending you all of my love, all of my light. Just know that. And we are all here for you always. So I'm so sorry, Karhu. And then Crystal does have one last question. Okay, so Crystal says, is Aaron my ex-husband keeping tabs on me and trying to get back together? Okay, so let's see, Crystal. So, okay. We will see. And then Deeksha, you said, can I ask? Yeah, so you'll just use the super chat, which is like the little button under the chat function. And then you'll give any donation amount and then ask your question. And that's how you can ask. So Crystal, you want to know, is Aaron my ex-husband? Can we tabs on me? And trying to get back together. Let's see. Okay, so is Aaron. Okay, so Aaron keeping tabs on me and trying to get back together. Okay. I do feel like it's really interesting, Crystal, because I'm already feeling a sense of this like what is that? Like almost like a leeching. Like I know that sounds, leeches are gross, but like a leeching energy, like a literal like a controlling energy almost, like this like holding on kind of energy coming from your ex-husband that I'm already sensing here, like a very much like possessive kind of energy, trying to suck this light out of you. If that's making sense, I'm already sensing that in this reading right now, but let's see. Okay. This one really popped out, so we're going to do it this one. Is Aaron my ex-husband keeping tabs on me and trying to get back together? Let's see. Interesting. Okay, so this is interesting. So we received Trust the Seasons, okay? And this is the one that definitely stood out for you and for your reading today. So it's very clear what's going on to me right now from this card is that I already felt this leeching energy, right? And it's very obvious to me that your husband, your ex-husband, Aaron, he is trying to get back together with you, but honestly, like, and I don't know if this is what you want to hear necessarily, but I'm just trying to give you as much clarity here as possible. I really believe that there's a change for you coming, honestly. Like I'm really sensing, and just as the card shows, I want to show you too. It says embracing change, cycles of life, transition, growth. So this card really is symbolizing here to me that I really want you to really be able to be open and not allow yourself any longer to hold on to, or really allow your ex to really, yeah, like I feel like there is that possessive element that he's really, that possessive energy almost, that he's kind of he's trying to hold on to you in some ways that aren't necessarily healthy. And I don't know necessarily what it is you want in this, but if, I do feel a very strong sense to tell you though that there needs to be a change, whether it's with him, but I'm almost really feeling called to tell you that I almost believe that there needs to be a transition for yourself, and that you are finding new love in your life, and there's going to be growth and transition and change. And this really shows too, as you can see in the card, it says embracing change, right? So you kind of almost need to embrace this change and embrace these new people and allow these people to really have time to fully embrace you as well, because there's almost, exactly, that's what I'm sensing here, Crystal. Like I'm sensing that you are trying to change, you are trying to transition and grow, and your ex-husband is really trying to hold on as tight as he can. Like he's trying to kind of he is keeping tabs on you, basically, to answer your question. He's keeping tabs on you, and he wants to get back together, and he's almost doing these things. He's really, what's that called? Like, he's just stirring. He's like stirring. He has this stirring energy. Like he's just not okay with the fact that you guys are over. He's not okay with it at all. And he's almost just obsessing. It's almost obsessive in a way, Crystal. I don't want to scare you. I'm just saying there is some of that obsessive attached energy that's not healthy for you and not healthy for you to deal with. So what I would really do is kind of minimize his like as much contact as possible. I would really try to just cut him out in any way you can. If I really feel like that is best for you in order to just continue to grow. And, it's a new season for you. There's a new love. There's a new person in your future. And in order to embrace this new person, in order to trust this change and transition and growth in your life, you almost need to kind of let him not like any longer hold your thoughts, not any longer try and suck your energy, because I'm really sensing he's trying to do that. He wants to almost get in the way of your happiness with this new person that you're seeing. I feel like you're seeing a new person, and that I don't know if that's true, but I am sensing that you're seeing someone, and that with this new person, like he's almost wanting to get in the way of that. He doesn't want you to move on. He doesn't want you to change and transition and grow. So I hope that that's kind of giving you some clarity here on what's going on. But he is keeping tabs. He is upset about it. And he is kind of not wanting this change to occur for you and this positivity. But I would just continue to pursue the positive person or people that you are seeing. I would continue doing that and just not allow him to occupy any part of your life any longer, because there's almost a lot of negativity and obsessive energy going on there. And then, okay, so I hope that helped you, Crystal, and if that did provide you some clarity. Okay, Annika, oh, you have another, and you said, thank you, that helps. Okay, yay, I'm happy that helped you, Crystal. And then Annika, you said, I'm tempted to reach out to him, but I don't want to push him away, but it's hard with no communication between us. Okay. So I can kind of look into that really quickly too, and then I will have to go after that, but I will look into that, Annika. So, oh, Warrior Dan. Hi, Warrior Dan. I have noticed, I've seen you on my channel and everything, and you've always been such a nice, sweet support. So thank you for joining, and thank you for just being here today. And that it's great that you're wanting change as well. But I just wanted you to know too that I do see your support. So I do notice you, and I really appreciate. Okay, so tempted to reach out to him, but I don't want to, you don't want to push him away, but okay, so kind of let's see what the dynamic is as far as that goes. As far as like, should you reach out? Should you not reach out? What that should look like. Okay. Okay, this is definitely the card. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Okay, so guess what card I just chose for you, Annika? Guess what card I just chose for you? Because everyone, look at the card I just chose. Um, so your question, Annika, what you wanted clarity on was you were tempted to reach out to him, but I don't want to push him away, but it's hard with no communication between us. So this is very, very obvious what you need to do here. And you said he's not communicating to me. Literally, the card that we pulled for Annika and the card we pulled for you is come to me. So it couldn't be more obvious what you are meant to receive here, because it's saying attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. So it's very, very clear to me that he is going to come to you, right? He is going to come to you. You are going to attract like him. I would continue just pursuing you, living your best life, and he's going to be attracted to that. And he's going to be, attracted to you, and you will just receive that. You will receive him in that way. He will have that desire and he will come to you. So do not go to him. Do not reach out to him. Allow him now to come to you. If that makes sense. That was very clear, very clear. I love those readings where it's like just super, super obvious, super clear. We know exactly what it is. So I hope that helped you, Annika, tonight too. So anyways, I am going to head out for tonight, but I think I am going to come back on tomorrow morning. So just wanted to let you guys all know that I will be back on again this weekend. So love you guys all so much. And again, so blessed to have all of you. So bye guys. Have an amazing weekend.